Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, and the Cincinnati Bengals as they match up with Big Ben Roethlisberger, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City. And a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Andy Dalton set to lead out this Bengals offense at the controls for the 9th year, the man out of TCU. The numbers last week for Bernard. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And this one caught by Dez Bryant.
Let's go, baby.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Dalton off play action. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll run on first down. Bernard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Dalton here from the gun. It's caught by Bryant. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now the starting lineup here defensively for Pittsburgh. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Dalton. Bryant has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Sort of interesting going with the draw play there. Do you like that call?
I don't, but it would be a lot more powerful coming from me if I'd said it before the play actually happened, if I'd first guessed it. But look, a draw in that situation, heavy risk reward. If he walks in, it looks like a great call, doesn't it?
Yeah, instead brings up a tough 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who's becoming an elder statesman among quarterbacks in the league, drafted back in 2004. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. He's at the 40, past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. this is up and good to make it 7-3. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, let's focus now on Giovanni Bernard. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
Yeah, I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Hands up.
Dalton bootlegs out. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample.
Let's go.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dalton's pass complete to Green. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now Bernard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Lead. 55, Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready.
They'll run here with Bernard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Anderson is the lone man in the backfield here as they get set for a 2nd and goal.
We got 4. We got 4.
Here's Dalton. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Get that ball.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
If there's ever such a thing as a downside to such a nice drive, it's that we didn't get a chance to talk about them earlier. But I would have said, keep an eye on this offensive line and let's see how it performs. And so far, so great because they've already gotten their running back into the end zone.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now here's Ross. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now the 2nd down throw on target. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Check 55 to mine. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
They'll run at Stephen Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back 50, face up, lead. Drop deep, drop deep.
On 1st down, Bernard. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A look there at the defensive starters for Cincinnati. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. He's at the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Able to find Switzer. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you missed those first 2, but get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you kind of get it back even with just one throw.
On first down, it's Samuels. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 24-yard line.
And Dalton to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the draw, here's Bernard. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
Well, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Ryan Switzer. It's taken to the 26. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Going deep for Moncrief. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
After 17-7 the score on EA Sports. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action now, Dalton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Two times. Even. 4 down. Even.
Here's Bernard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 39, Dalton, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. A draw play. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
180. Check. Watch 54. Let's get this ball back.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense. Still 1st down.
That's it, Pat. Like 80. Check, Mike 57. Man out.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
59 mark. Check. 59.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
Toss play, Connor. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd and goal, Roethlisberger. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And heading back out there, Giovanni Bernard getting ready to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Dalton sets up play action. Finding Green complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Andy Dalton now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Dalton gives to Bernard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a carry for Bernard. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. Well, they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the carry, it's Samuels. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and a couple, Roethlisberger. Moncrief brings it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Here we go, here we go.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. All right, let's focus now on Giovanni Bernard. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
They'll run with Ridley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
You need cheese! You don't want nothing, baby. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. On your team.
From the 30 on second down. Dalton, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Hands up! BAT! Exit! Double tight! Double tight! Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hands up!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Off the bootleg. Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
26,
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hands up! Lead! Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On second and 11 now. Dalton. He's got Green. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, it's real easy to ascertain that in the game plan, Andy Dalton to A.J. Green was deemed vital.
And it certainly was the focal point of the defense. They just had trouble with it. Most teams do.
Well, that just tells you how good it is. These guys have grown together, you know, coming into the Bengals, getting together early, and continuing to get better. Doesn't matter what defense is put out there. They feel like they have an answer for it.
I got you. I got you.
On first down, Bernard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Bullock's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field.
And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 30 on second down, Roethlisberger. It's caught by Moncrief. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back.
They'll run on first down. Samuels. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run again with Samuels on first down. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On second down and 4, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he first before he's taken down at the 29.
Ready? Black 80. 59. Yo.
Here's Samuels. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Now Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Roethlisberger now. Just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's first and 10. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
It's now second and 6 at the 7-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
What you just saw there, first-round talent Second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading back out there, Jalen Samuels. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this is Moncrief for the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
White 80. 59. Let's go, defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
180. Check.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
He needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's been the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, who's led the way. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
Used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
They run with Connor. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo. They lead here with a 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Switzer on the return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The first quarter of the NFL season in the books after tonight, but Week 5 right around the corner, and it all starts Thursday night with a good one from Seattle. The Rams and the Seahawks in the NFC West kick off 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 out on the West Coast from CenturyLink Field. They'll start the drive with Samuels. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now this throw, it's complete. It's Moncrief with it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Like 30. 59. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Black, what's that?
On 1st down, Samuels. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Here we go, here we go.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was a fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go again.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
180.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
57.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw here, Dalton got his man. It's Eifert. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hands up. Ready, team. Oh, you got deep. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. Hands up.
Right back to him on first down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
On 2nd and 12, Dalton. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
25, check 25, check 25.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. This is Connor. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Roethlisberger now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run with Samuels. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got Moncrief.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Roethlisberger now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Connor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger will throw. And now here is another interception. Picked by Nick Vigil. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Dalton here from the gun. Bryant has it. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Andy Dalton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now Bernard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
26, Mike. 26.
Brings up 2nd and 10. The 30-yard line.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a 1st as he's tackled at the 47. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Switzer. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. We got this.
They start with a give to counter. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man is Switzer, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Ben going to give this one to counter, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Block 80!
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Roethlisberger, and he's got his man, the tight end McDonald. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. This is Samuels. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Boswell's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And an alley to run. The 40. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the fourth.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. Fourth quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regained the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A spectacular return of 96 yards. Great blocking in front of him on special teams as well as he takes it to the end zone. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger to Switzer over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Our offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Samuels. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, it put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
.230. Flag 59. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion flag.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. On 1st and 10 is counter. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 17, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Well, with a fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Anderson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throw from Dalton, taken in by Eifert. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Hands up! Lead! Touchdown, defense.
On 1st down, Bernard. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton complete to Bryant. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Bernard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Passing, it's Dalton. It's caught by Bryant. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Samuels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised there that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously, but the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch him rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here we go, here we go.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll hand it off now to Samuels. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Dante Moncrief, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Extra point now by Boswell. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Dalton sets up play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. A draw play. Bernard. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Running to start the drive is Samuels. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 23-yard line.
Ready?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I know he ain't got it.
Roethlisberger to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the 40-yard line.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Here's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen. This is Samuels. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Moncrief brings it in. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Dalton and the offense now. Down by 7. A little over 50 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll begin here with Bernard. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
At the 36-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the run.
So now Dalton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Bernard. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Open man, Erickson. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Pittsburgh, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home